So this model is called goal setting to the now. And what it does is it allows us to be intentional and purposeful with what we're doing in this present moment. So we're focusing on the now. And the best way to do that is to create and become fully aware and intentional about what it is that you want to achieve someday. So Abraham Lincoln says one of my favorite quotes: the best way to predict the future is to create it. So someday, let's just put that out at 10 years from now. What is it that you would like to create? Let's say that you've already owned your home, you want to have several investment properties, and you want to have a vacation home. Let's say that that is definitely a goal that if you achieve that within 10 years, you will feel really, really good about what you've been doing with your life. So we want to take that someday goal, and it doesn't have to necessarily be related to like real estate. For example, we have the home, we have investment properties, and we have a vacation home, but we can always look at what the why is behind that. And if you're doing that, you've set yourself up so that when it's time for you to retire, if you should so choose, you've set up a path for passive income to come in. And you've also set up a legacy to leave for your family when you're no longer here. So, it's not about the money, right? It's about taking care of ourselves and our family. So that someday goal, we're setting it at just 10 years. Then what we want to do is we want to pull towards the present moment, and we want to look at what we can accomplish in 5 years. What is our 5-year goal? Now, a lot of people underestimate what they can do in 5 years and overestimate what they can do in 1 year. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you like what you could do for your 5 years. So in your 5-year goal, let's just say that you want to make, you need to have $500,000 so that you could purchase your property, right? Your first investment property. And so if we take 5 years and move into closer to what our 1-year goal is, that's easy. We could break the $500,000 down into $100,000. Now, remember, that $100,000 is going towards your investment property. So that amount of net income is in addition to what you've already created for what you want for your family to live and support and provide for your family. So in 5 years, we want 500,000. We're going to break it down into 1-year increments. We're going to do 100,000. So we want to make $100,000 net above what we've already said we want to do. Now, we want to break that down into a month period, right? And so because we're dealing with 100,000, and because, it'd be really nice to take 2 weeks off in December, maybe 2 weeks off in November, take some time in the summer, and then take a couple of weeks vacation anywhere else. Let's say we only want to work 10 months. So for 1 month, you want to make $10,000. Okay. So in $10,000, what is that? That's probably the net commission on a $500,000 transaction. So that's very possible for you to accomplish, right? So what you figure out is if you want to sell an additional $500,000 above what you've said that you wanted to create for your family, then you really need to just have one more sale, right? And that will help you to accomplish it. So what we look at now is we're starting to get into the realm of the 411. 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year. This is your path to success. Okay, your 411 is your roadmap, it's your path. So if we want to make $10,000 for the month, and that means that we just need to do one transaction, how many contacts do we need to contact So we know how many people we need to call within a week. So I happen to have this little calculation here, and this was created by one of the coaches. So if you have 12 contacts, that leads to one lead. And if you have 5 leads, that usually leads into one appointment. 2 appointments equal a closing. So if we were to extend the contacts, that means that you need to contact 60 people to get one appointment, or 120 contacts to get one closing. Now, those seem like big numbers, but all you need is one additional closing, right? So you could separate that 120 contacts into the 4 weeks so that you would be making an additional 30 contacts per week. So now we know that if we're going to do an additional 30 contacts per week, then how many does that mean per day that we need to do? So 30 divided by 5 is 6. So on top of what your normal amount of contacts are that you've already time blocked for the day, that you've already intentionally and purposefully set as what you are creating to create the income that you say that you'd like to create, you want to add 6 more contacts on top of that. And if you add 6 more contacts on top of that, then now, in this moment, you know exactly what it is that you need to do to have your own home, your first investment property, and to achieve what it is that you want, right? So in this moment of now, you want to take your time during your time block period, make the phone calls, the contacts that you've originally set, add 6 more, and then you're on your way. So that is goal setting to the now. So what'd you think?